Did you notice the game looks different? That's right, the lighting is more Hollywood! Kabam confirmed what we assume when it comes to the day of the Deadpool release date. No compensation, I guess, for the VFX bugs of last month. Antman is broken in this funny little bug, and arena predictions and more. Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to a very busy day here on the channel and here in the community. We've got some info drops at 10 AM PST. We've got new content at 10 AM PST as well. So it's going to be a very it's going to be one of those times. So much so that I can't actually create words from my mouth. You can keep up to date with all that gibberish by hitting the like button, subscribing with post notifications on all. I'll be giving things like social media posts. Follow me on Twitter, follow the Discord, and you'll get information about what's dropping today. It's going to be a really busy day of stuff. Let's start the first story. So, Antman is not shrinking when he is doing his SP1 animation. Let's inspect this right now, and hopefully the champion does a special attack. I mean, I could be waiting for days for this to happen. Here we go. Yes, that's correct. Did you just see it? It was on screen right there. He's doing it again. Look, with your eyes, children. He didn't go too shrinky. But on a plus side, it does mean that practice mode is fixed. Are Kabam aware of this? Yes, they are. Kabam Jack says, thanks for bringing this to attention. It's going in front of the game team. Great. And Kabam Mickles saying it's the return of Man, who is actually my father. That's probably not a very funny joke. Now, lights, camera, action, everybody. There seems to be a very weird change in the game. Now, I first of all started looking at have they changed some stuff when it comes to the lighting and depth of field? And I thought I was going mad, but at least everybody's going mad, because you shouldn't be going mad, as Kabam have changed some stuff. So somebody says, does anyone else game look weird? I don't think it looks weird. Just open the game after the update and I can't quite explain it, but it looks weird. It's brighter and I don't like it. It's light. I don't like it. I don't like it. But look, I don't know. I kind of like it, and yeah, as even this place is here, I like it. It looks less dull for me, and I kind of agree with it. I feel like maybe Kabam have done something with the depth of field of certain things, so it looks like the character's more embossed, if anything, to the eye. Not ridiculously, but the lighting, yes, and how the lighting hits the champion is that. But I don't know. I just kind of find that it's kind of more, as I said, it's more. I feel like it's more. I think it's embossed is the word when you something's printed, as when you you print something and it's kind of got indented lines or popped out bits to it on a piece of paper and stuff. Depth of field is how I kind of well, not depth of field, it's kind of a different kind of, it's a photography term, for God's sake. But I think people know what I'm trying to do. It's like embroidery on on stuff. It's kind of bubbled out. It's kind of that kind of thing I'm trying to describe. Well, the best way I'm trying to describe it. Any case, I guess that's down to a personal preference as to how you kind of you look at this, how you see it, and to the point of if you like it or not. But it definitely kind of seems it will be different for different devices. Some devices it could be worse. So I'm not going to say it's it's brilliant, totally brilliant for everybody, because it could be a bit garish on certain devices. As a player says here, Ultron looks like a foam toy. I created a topic to discuss the game fading in another section, but no one cares. No one cares. That's sad. That is really sad. Yeah. I mean, there's negative, man. What the hell's going on there? Look. It's going to be, some people are going to like it, some people are not going to like it when it comes to the color scheming, especially you can see here with how one looks to the other. And someone saying there the difference. It is going to be down to a personal preference on this one, and as well, I would wonder if there could be any customization. If you customize that kind of brightness to be to your setting, to your liking, that could be a bit better. Especially some Android devices I do find make the game darker, and here it looks like there's a lot of changes from the flooring. So the flooring's kind of more lighter versus the character, but maybe you have to color match them. It's just where they've taken the lighting rig. It looks like they kind of brought that up to a certain area when they've done it. Interesting, divided on opinion on matters for sure. I don't know. I don't know if this is a total win. But yeah, it could actually be a bug. Hey there, send this info to the rest of the team. We'll get back to everyone as soon as I have more to share. So it could be a bug. Wow, okay. It's weird that I kind of like it, but I would have liked it as a customizational feature. Interesting. Interesting. That's a little spin on this story. I didn't kind of like read down for that. I thought I'd just like talk about it. And then finding that, like, it could be a bug. Next up, and do you remember, like, VFX issues of last month? Yeah, later on last month, just before I went on my vacation of having 7 days of no internet and no access to MCOC, those were great times for progression for me. But, all that aside, VFX issues. Look, you remember them? There was a lot of VFX issues. A lot centered around Act 8.1. And look, people still went through it, they still blasted through it, or some of them waited for the VFX fixes to be done before going into it. But it did mean things weren't visible. When champions were missing, when champions were going invisible, when champions were throwing down traps, when champions were like, when your rooted was meant to be there, lots of different VFX things as well. I think for me, there was like a few projectile things that were just like not there for some reason. In any case, VFX issues were a problem. It cost players because of, you know, you had to guess where some of these kind of things were. And look, if people had muscle memory, they had muscle memory, but for others, it did cost them revives, health potions, and even units. And Kabam did say that they would be monitoring the situation, and it could indeed have led, you know, we'd hope to some sort of compensation on the matter. I mean, the last time I kind of checked in on this situation, Kabam Mike said, "This issue should now be resolved. Thank you for your patience. We work to address the issue. We'll be monitoring the situation and looking how it affected summoners during the duration of this bug." I mean, it's pretty evident that there were people affected by this bug. You can see there's live streams of players, content creators going through the content while it was bugged and how it affected that. Yeah, they got through it, but it doesn't mean that's the same situation for every single player. There definitely was a lot of people saying that they lost revives, they lost health potions, they lost units on this particular matter. So where are we up to now? Like over a week now. Is this over a week? It is definitely over a week since this situation, and even though it's been fixed, there's been nothing in the way of kind of like a response on the idea of compensation. And I don't know how this monitoring process will take. Like, will it continue on? But yeah, as soon as we kind of like know more information about any kind of future compensation, of course, you know, we'll look into this and let you know. But yeah, very, very weird. There's not been further kind of like chat about this because it was a pretty major bug to happen to the game at that time. Next up, moving on to Battlegrounds. And Battlegrounds, if you didn't see on, I think it's Monday, there was some buff information. I'm not going to read through the entirety of it, but it looks like a positive like improvement, especially with a lot of players kind of positively reacting to the way that it's going to be going and shifting. I don't know if it's going to please every single player, but it's definitely captured more of a positive spin on improving moving forward. There'll be a lot to kind of like, you know, get sorted. A lot of store improvements as well for that, and also items. With the store, which is on screen right now, for taking front and center with how it was and how it is now, seeing a huge and substantial rise in the volumes of the purchasable amounts, like 6-star Hero Crystal Shards, which now you can purchase up to 30,000 6-star shards. There's also 6-star signature stones rising up to 50, which is a major kind of like amount of an improvement. So yeah, and as well the volume of tier 6 basic Catus fragments and tier 3 alpha. So it is, yeah, it's like there's a lot of improvements and buffs to it. And going into Season 2, there's larger changes coming. A lot of these didn't make it into the Season 1 as we had some concerns about modifying the live event, as Kabam say. And also in Season 2, they say updates to Alliance and Solo event. Players will be able to contribute progress to these events when using quest energy to enter matches. Elder Marks will remain a premium item that will allow summoners to move more quickly, advance these events. Updates to Victory Road, a Victory Track, and Gladiator Circuit. The Victory Track will have more trophy tokens that are more evenly distributed across all ranks. Gladiator Circuit will see meaningful increases in trophy tokens and increased accessibility of trophy tokens paired with changes to the BG store will compound their value. So yeah, a lot of changes overall. It seems to be, so far, as I said, it's not going to be one size fits all for everybody. There will be a lot of kickback from certain players, but it does seem that we've got a positive spin on the improvements moving forward. And let's hope Season 2 is a bit better than Season 1. Next up, Day of the Deadpool. Now, look, I've been doing... Now, what have I done? I've done 2 videos on this, and like 1 video a day for the last 24 hours. So I'm going to be mentioning it again before Friday. And look, you know, I'm having a good time grinding my gold. I've gone from, I think if you've seen in the video, I was on 500k gold. I'm on 2 mil within like a short space of time. So look, it is possible to get gold. There are things out there to get gold. I plan to get more. I've got methods in order to get more, right? That's kind of like the main thing. All joking aside. But look, there was like a confirmation or this kind of thought about when, as I said, in the Monday video, in the Tuesday video, I was going with the 7th of October being the event go live day, right? Or data. And it very much looks like that has been confirmed. So that assumption was confirmed. With, first of all, people saying did you see notification, and Kabam Mike saying yes, there was a notification that went out. If you're interested what that notification was and whether or not going like, okay, is it real? Like, this is the notification here. It's like, because it comes up as champions, not Marvel Contest champions. Stay tuned, October 7th, mark your calendars for Day of the Deadpool offers. And we all hope it's the gold one, but do bear in mind there could be a slight chance that Kabam don't run the gold one. Let's face it, they'd probably be best off doing that just because, like, that would be pretty kind of like stinky if they didn't. But always expect the unexpected with Kabam. Don't ever get your hopes up that like it's going to be perfect. And let's face it, last time it was about like 10 mil in order to buy all the offers. It'll probably be like 20 mil now. Just saying. Just saying. And now we move on to the final thing, which is arena predictions. Nick Fury is your featured and Black Cat is your basic. Man, I think it's going to be a spicy little arena, and I think players are going to be interested to grind this. Predictions I'm going with, I'll go with the 100 mil for Nick Fury. It's a bit of a difficult one to push, especially with some recent arena results as to, like, will it come close to that? Will it go over? It's going to be a difficult one. We'll have to see round 2 on that one. 5-star, 32 mil. Seems like a normal kind of, like, amount. 6-star, Black Cat in the basic 70 mil. Possibly a bit more than that. Could be pushed to 80 mil. I'm just saying, we've seen more ridiculous things in the basic. 18 mil for the 5-star should be fine, especially with like other kind of recent champions been going in. Difficult one because Mega Sentinel did over 100 mil in the basic. It's Black Cat is a good champion. I'm sure players want it. Great champion, but it could be a case that that 70 mil may be a little bit less, so you might have to push a bit more on that one. And those have been the predictions. Finally, thank you very much to those who support the channel as a YouTube member and as a patron. You're on screen right now. Also, those who support on twitch.tv/RichTheMan Live. If you've got an Amazon Prime account, top up your free Prime sub to the channel, and I'll see you later on for a live stream. Cheers, everybody. Oh, and also, check out some other content located on screen. I'll see you later on. Massive info dump today.